Hey everybody, ChristopherOdd here. Welcome to King Arthur Knight's Tale. If you have no clue what this is a tactics-based, turn-based RPG. One of the coolest things that I'm looking forward to experiencing is this morality kind of compass that you need to follow, which will dictate not only how the story goes, but who you can recruit into your party, more importantly, who you can't recruit, and maybe possibly enemies. Very pumped about this. It's set in this dark fantasy world, in this otherly world of Avalon, all centered around Arthurian legends. So if you're up on that kind of lore, you're going to be right at home. So let's begin, shall we? There's a couple of options when we first start out. If we go classic mode, then we can select any difficulty setting, and we can save and load as we want. I really like the roguelike modes, or the Iron Man modes, so we're gonna go with this, and then this locks us into the hard difficulty. So let's embrace the pain, shall we? Let's call this pull out, it's not going where you think it's going. The sword, okay? You know, everyone knows the tale. And if you don't, just Google it. But make sure you complete the whole sentence, the whole title like I put it. Don't just put the first two words. Might set off some alarm bells.
Wake up, knight. You must take up your arms again. This is all very confusing. I know. Focus. Breathe.
Whoa.
It will all become clear soon. You were fighting in the last great battle for Britannia. When King Arthur's adversaries marched against the once and future king. You have committed dreadful acts to fulfill your destiny. Do you remember the earth trembling? Can you recall the gathering of terrible armies? You saw Camelot burning and watched the power of magic tearing apart the world at its seams. You led knights and monsters into a deadly storm of fury and blood. You destroyed the ladies of the sun and the lords of the winter. You have killed King Arthur, and with his dying breath, he struck you down. You both died, and yet you both live. You have unleashed something that cannot be stopped. The tide of madness and pain will swallow us all. I have brought you back to end this nightmare, Sir Mordred. I want you to go on a knightly quest. I want you to finish what you have begun. Kill King Arthur, or whatever he has become, after I took his dying vessel to Avalon. Sir Mordred.
That is stunning.
Living and breathing again. But is he truly alive? I wish I could talk to him, but I can't just yet. Serves him right anyway.
So, Lady of the
I've
Lake.
set this dread knight on a dark path, and for now, I can only watch where it takes him. I've brought back King Arthur's nemesis, and wonder if I made the right choice. Mordred did the impossible, after all. Almost killed the king, who cannot be killed. And that's how the nightmare began.
So she brings us back to kill King Arthur. who we've killed before, but he also has killed us, but we're both alive. But, so, take that for what it's worth. Oh, nice. You can just WASD move this. That's cool, too. Okay. Right click. Left click to interact.
Wait! Who the hell are you?
I'm here to teach you some manners, lad.
Oh, dude's got a wooden shield. He doesn't stand a chance. Okay, basic fighting. Spend your action points in battle to move and use your abilities. Every hero has a set amount of APs, which refill at the start of every turn. The highlighted area around the selected hero represents the distance they can cover with their current AP. When you select a skill, the highlighted area changes both in shape and in color, showing you the range and AoE of the ability. So I got a couple of things here. Strike, which looks like it does 6 to 8 damage and pierces armor maybe, or destroys it. Or Stigma, which causes vulnerability to the target. I assume they would take more damage or something of the like. Here's our AP. 40 Vitality. Taking Vitality damage can lead to persistent injuries and eventual death. Vitality does not regenerate after missions. We've got HP. Armor is subtracted from the any hits damage, and only the difference is suffered. Depending on the damaging skill's armor breaking, the target will lose some armor. We have Block. Incoming damage is reduced by this percentage if the hero is facing towards the attacker. So this is damage reduction. Physical debuff resist, mental debuff resist, injury tokens, Overwatch, and reserve. Okay, let's just start slapping here. Okay, that appears to be all I can do. So we've got reserve and we have end turn. Reserve consumes all remaining AP to save some for the next turn. The hero will reserve 1, 2, or 3 bonus AP for 1, 3, or 6 AP spent this way. Okay, so if you want to carry over your AP, this also reserves it. But I guess you're getting bonus AP if you have a whole bunch. Instead of ending your turn, you spend this and you get extra on top of what you're saving. So is there any reason I wouldn't use this? Then I would get a bonus AP. I guess if it's just one, it probably doesn't matter. But if we have higher amounts, it would be better. Okay. Yeah, we got a man down.
Felt good. Where am I?
I thought that dying could change a man, but I might be wrong.
Hey, who's there? I can hear you. Let me out.
Explore the prison. That opening cinematic, that was gorgeous, and maybe helps to explain why the game is 125 gigabytes in size. That's insane.
Take a look at this.
Oh, hello.
Garbage or real treasure this time.
During your adventures, you may gather loot from various locations. However, you can only equip and manage your loot between missions on the adventure map. Got it. These little things on the mini-map, I guess, are the lights.
Whoever you are, help me, and I will help you.
Yeah, I'll get to you in 1 second.
Well. Sir Kay, King Arthur's seneschal, in a dungeon rotting away, a hero's reward. An honest and capable man, but a bit dull, like an untended blade.
Sir Mordred, the Scourge of Britannia is back.
That's me.
Avalon is not a place for your treacherous kind.
We could start flinging insults, but let's see what our relationship is like. What's going on here? Calm down and talk to me.
Are you real? Or just a ghost? Tell me, Mordred, do you remember killing me?
Oh, we've killed him too. Anybody we haven't killed? Can't say I do know, and yet here you are. Speak.
Help me escape, traitor. Then we may talk.
What is this place?
I've already told you. Avalon, the island of the fallen knights. And this is Castle Camelot.
This hovel is Camelot?
Yes. Not the one that you remember, though.
Now, I'm not an expert in Arthurian legend here, but I always thought Camelot was like some super nice kingdom. Not here. So you and Knight of the Round Table ended up here behind locks. Pitiful.
Some of us are still waging a war. I fought and have been betrayed. You are familiar with betrayal, aren't you?
And trust was always your weakness, Kay.
And what is yours? Your bloodlust? Your savagery? Yes, I thought so. You think you're strong enough to fight the taint on this island?
You promised me help if I set you free. How about
I
that?
keep my promises. I will help you, Mordred. The powers that rule this land decided to trust you with our fate. I don't know how to feel about that. But soon, you must make your very first decisions.
This seems like a cool mix of like tactics, and then it goes into the first-person view to have conversations, a lot of dialogue options. Really neat. And then I'm guessing these are formations, right? Yeah, drag hero portraits to switch positions. Okay.
Great. That's my arm over there. Finally. I feel more useful now.
You think a sword makes you less useless?
We must get out of here. Go to the door and let me handle this.
Okay. Sir Kay must survive. Bang on the door. Let's begin the banging.
Rascals! I told you that you will pay for this.
What the hell is he doing out of his cell?
Surprise.
Sneaky, sneaky. Orientation. Character orientation is vitally important in combat. Well, I won't screw that up ever, I'm sure. Backstabbing always deals extra damage, so pay attention to your hero's orientation before ending your turn. You can rotate the characters by right-clicking on them and dragging the mouse, or just click on an empty tile with the left mouse button to face your hero to the desired direction. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty solid. We can get 2 attacks in here if we're not moving.
Ready to fight.
So it looks like there's got like an opportunity attack of some sort if we go through there. So let's just engage. Now he's got a very strong strike, 11 to 13. Or a cleave, deal 75% of your weapon damage to every unit in a 3-tile wide area. Yeah, that'll do.
That's it. I was just getting warmed up.
Okay.
Is that a chest?
Hello.
Look what I found.
A rune for one-handed weapons. Is this a thing too? No.
This is the warden's room. Prepare for battle.
Sir Kay, you are really persistent, but I can't let you walk free.
You don't have much choice in the matter now, Warden.
Okay, here we go. Reserve. Oh, this is that skill that we already kind of looked into. Consumes all remaining AP to save some for the next turn. The hero will get 1, 2, or 3 bonus AP for 1, 3, or 6 AP reserved. All unused AP will be automatically reserved after the end of your turn. Okay, so I guess if we're saving 1 this way, we would still get an additional 1 from the bonus. Something to keep in mind. What's my range on something like this? Looks like I can cast it anywhere in these tiles. And then Sir Kay, how does this work? So I can do 3 in front of me, I can do 3 like this. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I do like that. This is 4 AP. Moving here, we'd have 4 left. So I can slam this guy. He gone. Now, for some reason, he's got a much better sword than us. A little concerned about it. But we'll worry about that later, I suppose. Okay. So I'm trying to... Why would I not use the reserve? I wonder. Uh-oh. Okay. So we have a little situation. We can kill this guy, obviously.
Ready to fight.
Sir K, if I could bring him in, then he could get that cleave, but I'm not gonna have the AP to do it.
I can take them all.
Let's do that. We can go for an attack here. I kind of want to see what Stigma is gonna do. And then this, actually, our strike is only 3 AP compared to K's, which is 4, so we can do both. Hold control to... Oh, yeah, nice. To stick info. All damage suffered increased by 20%. I'm assuming this is like the number of turns. And he's got armor there. Okay. Now, that armor is getting removed. Let's bring K over here. Not much else I can do. So because our armor is so high, he's not even getting any damage through. His weapon damage looks like it's 5 to 7 on the warden. This has a cooldown of 2 turns. So he's no longer vulnerable from Stigma. So this would have been good to use when I can follow up with 2 attacks, really, but either way. And ideally... Yeah, see, it looks like there's some type of AoE control. So I'm not going to be able to flank here, but we'll still kill him. Let's just try... Should I try the cleave? Looks like that might not kill him, so let's just get this guy.
Now we should find the one who is truly in charge here.
It's pretty seamless going into and out of battle. Like, there's not even a little transition.
Is
It's
it
neat.
worth dying for?
Treasure.
I like those callouts too.
I hoped for something more.
A rune for 2-handed weapons.
Careful. It's quite a crowd.
You know very well that diplomacy was never my strong suit.
Okay. Predictable battle. Exploring the area before battle rewards you with information. The more deployment areas you discover, the more tactical options you have when combat begins. You can select any area you discovered for deployment. So... like these, I guess?
Prove yourselves or die, knights.
Huh. Select your heroes one by one, then place them inside the green area with the right mouse button. Okay, so I can... Okay. Who's got the most armor? I mean, we're both equal, actually. Maybe what we'll do is we'll try to get 2 of these guys to come in, and we can fight with the cleave.
For my Camelot.
And we send Mordred this way, and we go for this guard. Looks like this guy's ranged. Yeah, Cursed Vassal range. 1 to 3 damage. Mosquito bites. Fair enough. Okay. I still don't quite have the range to get there, it seems. So I wonder if I should just get right behind this guy. Is that gonna matter? Let's see. Okay, and then you... Maybe I'll encourage you to come this way. I could get shot by the guard here, but I think it's probably fine. If we face this way too... Oops, that is not the way I wanted to face. Can I still adjust that? Oh, nice. Okay. So you can change that at any time. Let's do that, because we have facing towards both of these guys. We block all of that, and now we've got cleave. Didn't even see the fourth guy. Exceptional. Really exceptional planning. So I can just do 2 strikes here, it should kill him.
Your head is mine.
Okay. And then we'll move in towards that guy. Now, the idea was good with the cleave, but this guy's gonna have to come in for this to be more useful, so we'll just beat him down. That'll do. Who needs cleave, apparently? Our strikes are so insanely strong. Now, do we have that same kind of area control that the enemies seem to be having? I'm assuming that that's what that's indicating. Overwatch costs 4 AP. I guess that's probably the same AP as our weapon cost. Let's reserve this. So now I should get 2 bonus AP because I'm reserving using 3. Yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah, see, look at that. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Okay, let's do a cleave just because I want to see. Yeah, that's nice. I kind of hope Sir K sticks around. I guess the reason you wouldn't use this is because you want to move towards some type of objective or something, right? Let's cast the vulnerability on because we can.
Oh.
All right.
What master do these soldiers serve anyway?
That would be Sir Tywelin.
Lead me to him. I want to explain him that this is my castle now.
Sir Tywelin.
So, you are back as well, traitor. You probably don't remember me.
You got that right. I wish I knew what you are.
I am just a walking corpse, cheated out of his death. And I will make everyone suffer for this injustice.
Do you have a name?
He was Sir Tywelin, a once noble warrior with 2 sons, both knights.
Okay, once noble. What are you doing in Camelot?
I fell in battle, like we all did. But instead of gaining new life in legendary Avalon, I've returned as a lost one.
Okay, so that seems a little different from our situation. I might be just as lost as you are. What are you even talking about?
Let me rephrase it, traitor. Camelot is a sacred place, reserved for the once and future king. That is the law. But I spit on the laws of the Lady of the Lake.
That's probably not going to treat you very well long term. Do you think it wise to infuriate the lady of this land?
I'm not afraid of her. Lost ones can't perish. This is our curse and blessing.
Out of curiosity, are your sons such ugly monstrosities like you?
My sons are both full of life and hatred for each other.
Also, does this guy over here not look like Bradley Cooper? Basically exactly, straight out of The Hangover? Yes, he does.
Whatever is awaiting for me here, I must face it alone. Balin and Balin are seeking their own fates now.
Balin and Balin. Very creative names for your boys.
Just as I do. Destined to survive anything.
Is King Arthur here with you, walking corpse?
He is not. The unholy storm wrecked the ship that brought the dying king to Avalon.
Well, he can't be dead, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
And the raging tempest, something was waiting for the ship. And then the darkness took the king, and all of us in its embrace. Arthur is beyond the Bridge of Sorrows, dwelling on the accursed land of midnight.
Spare me the poetic rubbish. Tell me where he is and I let you live, or whatever you call this existence.
Whatever you do, you need more than a blade to break my curse.
Yeah, we'll see. Worst case is that you'll keep on lamenting after I take your head. Alright. Kill Sir Tewelin. Sir Kay must survive. Yeah. Okay.
Awaiting your command.
So here... I need 4. Okay, yeah, we actually have the cleave able to be used here. Let's go. Yeah, I maybe should have tossed, like, vulnerable on there, but... Action points, 5. I don't know if this guy's range. Let's just hit this guy twice. Okay.
Your Highness?
Time to feed the ravens.
Casual archer behind us. Great. Okay. So he's kind of pinned here, unfortunately.
I am ready.
If we do another cleave, then he'll kill this guy.
None can stand in my way.
Let me put the vulnerability on
Awaiting your
him.
command.
Kneel before your king.
And then we can strike towards him. And then we have that front-facing
I am here to
defense. Here, we're just gonna have to... We're gonna tank something somewhere. How much damage does Tewelin do? 4 to 7, and this guy's 2 to 4. I mean, okay, we're fine. Let's reserve what we can. That armor's just getting chunked, eh?
Prepare to die.
I am ready.
Okay, let's focus Tewelin here. I think this takes him. That'll do. And then let's finish this guy. I mean, Kay could probably be doing this on his own. Let's be super honest here. Okay. The fact that this guy's not running, mad props. Because he should be. Let's just get right in here. So Kay's big issue, if he stays with us, something we need to consider is that his attacks require so much more AP, so his movement is quite limited because of that. I don't expect all the fights to be this straightforward.
The battle is over, and you must make a choice, Mordred. This is merely the first in a chain of similar decisions that will eventually determine what kind of leader you will be. Tell me,
Oh, cool.
what will happen to Camelot?
What are these little icons? This looks bad, this looks good. I've decided this is my throne room now, and with my band of selected knights, I will fulfill my destiny. Or, I've been chosen by the Lady of the Lake as the protector of Camelot. I will not take this throne, but I'll make my round table and take on this quest. Ugh. What do we want to do here? How do we want to play this? I don't really know where things can go, but that's kind of part of the fun. Do we go a little bit maniacal? Why don't we do that? Let's do this. This is my throne room now, and with my band of selected knights, I will fulfill my destiny. Back from the dead. Heroes that die are dead for good. Try to keep everyone alive. Great pro tip. Okay. I'm Mordred and I was reborn on the mystical island of Avalon, the resting place of the fallen knights. A vision told me my purpose, to find and destroy King Arthur. I woke up in a ruined castle, a reflection of the real Camelot. This is my castle now. I'm still trying to understand the nature of the powers that brought me here, but meanwhile I have a new realm to build and an old enemy to kill. Okay, so these guys have leveled up. Rune of Balance gives +1 minimum weapon damage. That's nice. Rune for one-handed weapons, +1 damage against the Lost. All right, so I guess similar to Tewelin there. Rune for two-handed weapons, which must be what Kay is using, right? Because that's probably why it's so much stronger. 2 damage against the Lost. And the Ring of Bolting. Gain 1 movement AP if disengaged at the start of the turn. Okay. Guess we'll learn about that. And then this is the little icon from the option we chose. So maybe that's kind of like your mission outcome. New main mission, Sir Kay has joined the court. Morality chart. Okay. During your journey, you'll have to make tough choices that will affect the outcome of the story and your allied hero's loyalty. Here you can see your previous morality event choices. Every choice you make will be represented on the morality chart. You can unlock morality abilities and heroes that are unique to that alignment. So this is the one thing that I've heard about the game that seems really intriguing. On the vertical axis, your alignment can go from a rightful ruler to a reckless tyrant. Rightful tyrant. On the horizontal, it can range from being a devout Christian or being the follower of the old faith. The choice is yours. So this is the tyrant symbol, rightful. Christian is the cross. And old faith, I guess, is this, whatever you call this symbol. During your journey, Sir Mordred has to make tough choices that will affect the outcome. I decided to... Oh, it even does a little summary. Claim the throne of Camelot. Time to gather my band of selected knights, and with them I will fulfill my destiny. Sick. Okay. So... required morality. So if I keep going down the tyrant path, then my item buying cost is reduced by 10%. Versus on the other side, if I'm in the rightful side, then vitality healing is increased by 50% per mission for the free treatment. That seems pretty strong. If we're on the Christian side, injury treatment time is reduced by 1 mission to a minimum of 1 mission for the free treatment. And 10% more relic dust, which I don't know how that works, so cool. Buying items, I guess, is going to be something we want to focus on if we go down the tyrant path. Here are some of the heroes, I guess, over in this section. The Black Knight seems badass. Red Knight. Sir Dagonet. Sir Damas. Lady Morgana Le Fay. Sir Bedivere. A White Knight. Sir Galahad. Sir Lucan. Leo de Grant. Sir Lancelot, it's the only one I've heard of here, and Sir Geraint. So if we go down this path, this guy, I assume maybe these guys become enemies, or maybe we just don't have a chance to recruit them, but yeah, this is a very cool system. Okay, how do I get out of here? There we go. These guys got some promotions. Let's take a look at this. So what am I looking at? 2 available skill points up here. Okay, so we could unlock a whole new skill, or we could upgrade stuff that we already have, it looks like. Regain 1 HP for each hit. The amount of HP regained increases by 1 for every 4 levels. Is that offensive hit? Like, if I'm whacking, am I getting HP from that? That seems pretty good. Bleeding suffers 15% damage at the start of their turn and after every action. That's percentage based, so very strong if they have high HP. This hero gains +1 or gains 1 AP when killing a unit with strike. Oh, neat. What do we have over here? Stigma causes an extra 10% vulnerability, so it'd be 30% extra damage. And Stigma lasts for 1 extra turn. That's actually quite good. Okay. Then we've got Strength, more weapon damage. Damage received from Overwatch attacks and opportunity attacks is reduced by 30%. And Robust, extra vitality from accessories and trinkets, extra HP from armor sigils. Okay, lots to do here. Lots to do. I'm gonna do Lasting Stigma. And maybe we'll get some bleed going here. This Unyielding looks pretty great also. Okay, so here's some of our runes. We are carrying the Rune of Steel. Oh no, wait. Let's see. I gotcha. Okay. Undead Slayer rune. +1 damage against Lost. This guy is for two-handed weapons. So he can't use this at all. He's a defender, so that must be a class-specific thing. Fair enough. So this does 6 to 8. This one has a +1 minimum weapon damage. And this is more damage against Lost. I guess let's take the +1 minimum for now, because I don't know how frequently we run into Lost or what have you. So that's cool. There's also Trinket here, +1 movement if disengaged at the start of the turn. I don't really understand that yet, but we'll figure that out, won't we? Okay. And Sir Kay, he's a champion. And let's see here. Where's our two-handed one? So this is just extra damage against the Lost. Champion only. Okay, so some of these have different class requirements. Defender, Vanguard, Sage. Interested to see what those do. Let's throw that in. It appears that we're good. Now his skills, what do we want to do? He's got Death Strike. This can deal 170% weapon damage to an adjacent enemy, but with -20% armor breaking. And each point of armor on the target reduces the damage dealt by 3 additional points. Okay, so this is very good against non-armored enemies. But if you use this against armor, it's significantly weaker. Still seems pretty strong, though. Because you get the 170%, and then you're reducing 3 per armor. So even if they have, like, 1 armor, that still seems pretty solid. We can do bleeding on either of our attacks. Strong Grip is just a straight-up +15% weapon damage for strike, which is already pretty strong. Rage. Gain 10% stackable weapon damage for 2 turns after every kill. So you want to be like chaining that together. The hero gains 5% cumulative weapon damage for each tile of movement until the end of the turn. Kind of tough to use because his attacks require so much AP in the first place. Extra bleeding, 50% weapon damage for bleeding effects. So if we're going to go into these, that would be great to add later. And just straight up 10% more weapon damage. I think I'm going to take this Death Strike. That seems really cool. And then I can increase the weapon damage even more. So instead of 170, it's going to be 185. And I could give bleed, but I just feel like this should be kind of used as a death blow as it is being insinuated. Do I want to go all in on that? I really have no clue what to expect from enemies. I'll give us, let's take a little bit of bleeding here. Just to kind of see how that goes. Now I'm also noticing a couple other things here. We have a morality thing, currently neutral, both. And there's traits. I assume these are random. After missions, regain 20% of maximum vitality. And this is the one that we really have to protect. They got to get through HP before they get to Vitality. And then Veteran, while appointed as Master of Arms in the training ground, grants every hero 1% mission XP after every mission they did not participate in. Increases by 1% every 2 levels. Okay. So he's giving this to other people? Here he's got talented. Learning active hero skills only costs 1 skill point for this hero. These must be the active hero skills then. All these additional ones, right? Some of them have level requirements now I'm seeing. Ambitious, 50% loyalty from court titles. No clue what that means yet. Bone Setter, while appointed as Hospitaller in the Hospice, increases the HP recovered by resting by 4%. Increased by 2% per level. He is stubborn, -1 loyalty when going to a mission without full vitality. All right. Very cool. You can dismiss heroes, can't rename them. Building resources, gold. I guess this is our current alignment. This is our number of slots here. Unlock at the round table. What's the biography of Sir Kay? So he's the late King Arthur's foster brother. One of the finest warriors of the Round Table. In Avalon, he continued to act as Arthur's seneschal in his absence, and most of the knights treated him like their leader. It all changed after the Lady of the Lake, the monarch of the mystical island, disappeared during a terrible storm, which unleashed a tide of unnatural disasters upon Avalon. Kay withdrew into a fortified castle near the empty husk of Camelot, which we were part of at the beginning. And he's taken him upon himself to fight the darkness slowly engulfing the entire region. It all started out by waging a constant war against brigands and knights gathering ragtag armies, but Kay soon realized that there was an evil taint seeping in from the farthest reaches of Avalon. When he learned that Camelot had been taken by Sir Tewelin, he set out to cleanse the place, only to be betrayed by his own vassals, hence why he was in the cell. And Mordred. Sir Mordred was one of the greatest knights of the Round Table, smart, relentless, and dedicated, eventually becoming the nemesis of King Arthur, destined to battle the once and future king in their final duel at the Battle of Camlan. His increasing conflicts with Arthur earned him the title of traitor on behalf of his fellow knights who remained faithful to Camelot. It is true that Mordred always had a reputation of a Black Knight, a ruthless, grim warrior who never suffered fools easily, and his relentless actions were always far from the knightly deeds praised by the troubadours. But he always kept the interests of the realm in sight. In the last battle for Britannia, Sir Mordred and King Arthur finally clashed in a furious battle, and in a savage duel, they both struck a killing blow. However, even after their fall, their fate is still intertwined here in the otherworldly island of Avalon. Okay. I think that's everything I can glean from these screens. So Sir Kay joined. Good. New mission available. Good. Journal. What is this showing? So here's the background. Woke up in a strange stone chamber surrounded by ancient statues, haunted by eerie visions of the battle where I died. This is Avalon, the realm of the Lady of the Lake. And my new purpose here is to find King Arthur, but first I must get out of this dreadful place. Result. I am Mordred and was reborn of the mystical island of Avalon, the resting place of the fallen knights. A vision told me my purpose, to find and destroy King Arthur. I woke up in the ruined castle, a reflection of the real Camelot. This is my castle now. Still trying to understand the nature of powers that brought me here. All right, cool. We have tutorials that we've seen. Game mechanics. This might be something that I should look into if they aren't going to show us some of this. Outnumbered is a unit condition that applies while the unit is adjacent with 2 or more enemies. Status effects. There's a bunch here. I might have to go through that on my own. Here's our heroes and challenges. Oh, cool. Drink 20 potions, heal 3 injuries. So we would get is this a consumable thing? 20% of maximum vitality after every mission? Oh, maybe not. Oh, after consume gives permanent effect to the hero. It is a consumable, but it is it's a permanent thing. Oh, 6. So these are actually really good. Some of them are like, you know, we'll find them as we go, I guess. Kill unarmed enemies with 1 attack 40 times. Yeah, neat. Okay. Anyway. So new main missions available. Is there anything else I should be doing here? Like, Camelot. The once and future king's stronghold in Avalon. The mirror image of the glorious fortress in Britannia created by the powers that rule this mystical island. Only the most powerful knight of the round table can claim it. The blessings of the lady have protected the place from a long time, but now it lays in ruins. You need resources and workers to rebuild it as the seat of your future kingdom. So I need 1,000 building resources, and we have 300. All right, sick.
The nearby Kingstone is plundered by a marauder knight. Kingstone. What a regal name for a mudhole. Anyway, the village belongs to the throne, and I must teach these brigands a harsh lesson about boundaries. Also, I will need plenty of masons, woodcutters, and laborers to restore Camelot to its former glory.
I love that. If they keep voice acting all the stuff that is currently voice acted, I really like it. That is fantastic. It shows us enemy types here, shows us bonus rewards. So maybe we have to do something special to get these resources and recruitable heroes. Free the village from a marauding knight and put the remaining serfs to work in Camelot. Sick. All right, guys, I'll tell you what. Let's take a break here. It seems like this is a nice place to kind of do our loops or our gameplay loops. So we'll save at the end like this, get a preview of the mission, and if we have extra knights to choose from, then we'll do that and set up our loadout and everything, and then go into the mission for the start of the next episode. Thank you so much, guys. There's a couple of things that seem a little bit ambiguous. Maybe the game is still going to teach me some stuff. Don't know, but I'm sure we can figure it out. And I'm thinking that in here, I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time going through here just so I fully understand everything. Same with the status effects, because there are a lot of them. And that will significantly help me. So thank you guys so much. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next one. If you guys could like this video, it would help a lot. And if you're not subscribed, this would be a good time to do so. If you have any tips or advice, feel free to drop them in there. And I'll try to implement things when I get stuck. And this should be a fun ride. See you in the next one. Bye for now.